Hey folks, Jon Najarian here. I have to be doing a cannabis lecture, and so 3 at 3 is still coming your way at 3, but I'm recording it right now just ahead of that because I've got to be 2 places at once, and that's tough even for me. All right, let's get into it then, shall we? 3 at 3. Bang, there we go, 3 at 3, where we talk about unusual activity. Let's get into it. You want to learn about it? Please check out marketrebellion.com/UOA. UOA, as you can probably guess, stands for Unusual Option Activity. We define that as blocks of options being purchased on the offer. If it's calls, bullish. If it's puts, bearish. That's what we care about with our unusual option activity scans. If you're new to options or would like to get involved with stock, options, futures, or crypto, go to marketrebellion.com/get started and you can see all of the different offerings that we have. Thank you. Disclaimer is that our broadcasts, whether they're this broadcast or any of ours, are for educational and informational purposes only. So, Zynga, this is one that I talked about last Friday, of course. Zynga announced today, imagine that all these, I mean, as you guys saw, it was close to 60,000, I think, finally by the end of the day, of those July 9 calls were bought. And also earlier in the day, the July 8 calls were being bought. Both of them with the stock around $8.45. Big, huge numbers of calls were being bought. So if you look at those July 8s, they were bought for up to 82 cents. There's Zynga today. Here we go. Zynga calls. Take a look at that one. Went from, this is the 9 calls. Those 8 calls went to $1.72. These 9 calls, which were bought for 26 cents to 47 cents, they are now 98 cents. So either way, it's a double. And you know what that means? I've taken half of my trade off the table. Why? Because when an option doubles, I pull half the money off the table. If an option loses half of its value, if those options went from, say, 47 cents down to 23 cents, I'd cut it because I'm not here to ride those things into the ground. I'm here to trade, make money, move on. And to the extent that something doesn't work, which does happen, I go in there, cut the loss, move on. All right, how about this one? FireEye, also from Friday, F-E-Y-E, FireEye. Well, there was bullish call buying in FireEye. They were buying the this week expiring 12 calls. Now, they were buying those with the stock at 11.72. FireEye, though, and let's see, where were those calls? 27 cents, right? 27 cents to 55 cents is where they bought these this week, Friday, June 5th, expiration 12 calls. So where did those calls go today? Well, from 27 cents or 55 cents, they went up to $1.14. So either way, the range on the day is 79 cents to $1.14. So as you see here, they're trading over $1.03 right now. They're $1 bid offered at 104. So that implies that if you bought them at 27 cents, you've got a triple. If you bought them on the higher end, you've got a double. Both of them, bang. That's why you trade options, folks. So what have I done? I've taken half off, and I'm more than willing to cut the rest if we start drifting back down. But so far, the stock has been hanging in there and the options are still trading over $1. So I'm unlikely to be trading out of these anytime soon. The remainder, that is. Now let's get to fresh meat on 3 at 3. AMRS. So we saw, as you see here, a whole bunch of June 6 calls trading for 10 cents to 20 cents. Now 10 cents in options parlance is $10. Again, move that decimal 2 over to the right. So instead of it being 10 cents, they're $10 a piece because every option is for 100 shares of stock. So let's say that John sees this. John's wondering what John should do for his final trade on CNBC. And John says, you know what? AMRS, this looks pretty good for my final trade. Well, stock makes this massive spike. Now, it started running up, and then it turns out Motley Fool put out a buy on it as well. Motley Fool says this might be the next Tesla. Now, they're not in the electric car business at all, folks. But as far as hype lifting the stock, they had to halt the stock because it was moving so fast. So, as you see, it traded all the way to $6.06 from $4.20 where we entered. And during the show, when I mentioned it on TV, they were about $4.60, and then zoom to the upside. So, guess what I did? Took a lot of these calls off. Those 6 calls traded up pretty nice. And again, pigs get fat, hogs get slaughtered. I was more than happy to take some money off the table. So, what should you derive from this one? Well, somebody may have known that Motley Fool was going to make that recommendation, and they do have a lot of followers. Somebody might have decided to get busy in the stock earlier in the day, and then somebody may have decided to leverage up with some options. In any case, this one worked out rather nicely, I might add. Let's move on to our second of our 3 at 3. Flex. So, bullish call buying, 16,000 of these June 10 calls that expire this Friday, because notice that 05 ahead of June on the screen there, folks. That means that they expire June 5th, which is this Friday. In other words, they've got 4 days to trade. So when I see this, I jump in here and buy these calls. They traded from 27 cents to about 53 cents during the time that these calls were bought, and a lot more of them have traded, by the way, since. So how's this one working out? Well, let's see. Flex is moving up from $10 to $10.28, been as high as $10.40 today, and those calls, those June calls, have moved up nicely as well because, of course, with the stock at 10, they're at the money. As they go into the money, they start picking up deltas rather fast, which means that their intrinsically or in the money value right now is $10.28 on the stock, means they're worth 28 cents. The right to buy it at 10 with the stock trading $10.28 is 28 cents. So they were worth at one point 40 cents already today as far as intrinsic in the money. Plus they would carry both time premium and risk premium going forward, like the trade, and I have not traded out of these yet. So now for our third of our 3 at 3. There we go. Autodesk. So early this morning, right after the opening, we see 5,000 June 220 calls being bought for $2.12 up to $3.15. So, let's say $212 to $315 for every single one of these options. So $2 or $212 times 5,000 is $1 million trade. Obviously, times 3 would be a $1.5 million trade. Those are the trades that I like to follow. I'm seeing big, fat option activity, and I'm seeing it in an out-of-the-money call. In this case, Autodesk looking like it's breaking out. As I said, used to be just the purview of engineers and architects that would really use this CAD/CAM, that's computer-aided design and so forth. But then James Cameron started making movies like Avatar using Autodesk, and the thing all of a sudden had yet another revenue stream coming at it from people that want to use that side. In other words, presentations, movies, television shows. So how's this one working? Well, let's see. So the stock was $9.56. Now it's $9. I'm sorry, it was $209.56, and now it is $219 a share. That's right, $219 a share. It's up $10 since we saw it, folks. I've already taken some profits in here, and again, that is what I do. On a double, I discipline myself to pull half that money off the table. If the stock goes against me, if I would have paid $2.50, which is what I paid here, $2.50 and $2.55 for these options, if they would fall to half of that, say $1.25, $1.30, I would cut the trade, get out of it completely, cut my loss at $1.30. But instead, I'm getting a double, so I've taken it from $2.50 and I've bought different strikes than just those 220s that I cited here. I have already taken some profits on these option spreads, full disclosure to you. So that is it for our unusual option activity, Market Rebellion UOA. If you want to learn more about it, that's marketrebellion.com/UOA, unusual option activity, or to learn more about trading stocks, options, futures, cryptocurrencies, you can go to marketrebellion.com/get started and read all about it. That's marketrebellion.com/get started all together. Thank you, folks. I hope you have a great day. I will be back with you tomorrow on the halftime report. And I thought Melissa did a great job today sitting in for Scott. So thank you, Melissa Lee. Nice job. I'll see you tomorrow, folks, back here on Market Rebellion Television. Bang.